Sumi. You're in the fascinating state of Chhattisgarh. I say fascinating because this is a state which last time saw a clean sweep for the Congress, and this time we are predicting a tight contest in the Axis My India poll. What are you picking up? Is there talk even in Chhattisgarh of MLAs being guarded carefully, of resort politics taking place, and independents being wooed maybe?
All the audience watching this bulletin and joining us on this very special coverage. But the excitement is high. Anxiousness is also running high among all the candidates of both the parties, and specifically after our Axis poll has come out, where we are predicting that both the political parties will reach the magic number, and that has led to a lot of anxiousness and deliberations. In fact, Congress has already started the core committee meeting. They have asked all of the Vidhayaks, all of the MLAs to go to PCC once their results come out. And all of them have been asked to follow this instruction very sternly. And in fact, Ajay Markan, the treasurer of AICC, is already here to closely monitor the post-poll scenario as well. I am outside the counting center where the counting of 7 seats of Raipur will take place shortly. There's a lot of drama going on in here where workers of various political candidates are pouring in and political observers are also pouring in. But certainly it is going to be an interesting fight. Unlike 2018 where the Congress had a smooth ride, this time around Congress is facing a tough fight from the BJP, and it is very interesting because the same party was not visible on the ground until a couple of months back. So it is going to be interesting. Chhattisgarh, all eyes on Chhattisgarh tonight.
I'll just for a moment, just on Chhattisgarh, because while we talk of these battles in states, there's a battle even in Chhattisgarh. If the Congress gets 50, that's just 5 above the majority, or even a little, just 45, 47, T.S. Singh, he's been talking his own candidature up. Is he a potential challenger to Bhupesh Baghel, or will the Congress put all its eggs in Baghel's basket, Rashid?
You see, I think a lot depends upon how Congress performs in Sarguja. In Sarguja last time, out of 14 seats, all of them went to the Congress. So if T.S. Singh performed well in his regional area, then he will become a challenger. But if Congress perform badly in Sarguja, how do you crown him?
Okay, interesting. In each state there are battles within a battleground.
But I think by now, Bhupesh Baghel has demonstrated that he commands the vast majority of MLAs. So no matter who in Delhi might be more pally with T.S. Singh, and T.S. Singh is a lovely man, but Bhupesh Baghel really has far more control over the MLAs.
And also Bhupesh Baghel is OBC. You see, I am now coming to remove an OBC chief minister when you are talking of caste census, when the Congress is pushing this whole idea, we want to be capturing the OBC vote bank that's gone to Prime Minister Modi. Bhupesh Baghel becomes an important figure.
So Chhattisgarh means the 36 forts, and unlike say a Telangana or a Tamil Nadu, there was never a very strong sense of sub-regionalism in Chhattisgarh. Bhupesh Baghel has created the idea of Chhattisgarhyavad. Raman Singh is projected by him as an outsider, and therefore now, given all of what he's done in the past 5 years, if the Congress wins, unless they want to take an axe and hit their own foot with it, it is impossible to try and change Bhupesh Baghel. The campaign has been fought on his name. He's led from the front, and I want to show you on the election intelligence dashboard the historical trend in Chhattisgarh. So the BJP has had a comfortable lead. Not in terms of vote share. In terms of votes, Chhattisgarh has always been a very close contest. Just 1 or 2 percentage votes separating the BJP and the Congress. But in terms of seats, there's been a fair gap in the past several elections since the creation of Chhattisgarh in 2000 between the two parties. That changed only in 2018, where the blue line, which is that of the Congress, went to a phenomenal majority, and the BJP crashed. The question now is, will Chhattisgarh revert back towards its historical mean, which is a much tighter contest than what we saw after 3 terms of anti-incumbency that got built up against the BJP, Rajdeep, in Chhattisgarh.
Who knows, this could be another super over. Let's go for a moment to Akshita Nandgopal. She's been standing by outside that beautiful looking state secretariat of Hyderabad. Akshita, good morning. Namaskara. Namaskar. What have you had for breakfast there in Hyderabad? Every time I see all of you in the south, I think of great weather and super breakfast. What have you had early morning?
Namaskaram, Rajdeep. I was up at 5, anchoring 6, so there's no chance for breakfast yet. But I just have to head home and I'll get some hot pesserettu with my parents, so I don't need to worry about catching a meal here in Hyderabad. I'm here at the Congress office. I moved out of the Secretariat. I just want to show you some interesting posters that have been put up here. I know that there have been celebrations at the Congress headquarters. Nobody's gathered here, but what's written essentially here in Telugu, Rajdeep, is that they're saying that the Congress will get a decisive mandate today. Note the date on top. They've said that under the leadership of Revanth Reddy, the next government will be formed. And also they've said that this is a message also about what's going to be happening in Andhra next. So very, very interesting message that is being put forth. They've even written the date saying swearing-in ceremony will happen on 9th December. These posters have been put up. Questions will loom on whether it's a bit too premature to be doing that. But I can tell you that while there's a media frenzy out here, no Neta who's come. I'm sure all of them are glued to their TV screens right now, waiting to see if they actually have to step out here at the Congress office. I bet in an hour or two, people will start streaming in and the celebrations will kick off.
Okay. You know,
What's changed? What's changed suddenly in Telangana? You know, this is mystifying because 24 hours ago, Congress seemed to believe it's a done deal. I get a sense in the last 24 hours, Sudhir, something has changed. That is it KCR trying to sort of again play mind games with the Congress? The woman voter is with me. At the end of the day, I can't be defeated. There's a sense of invincibility. And the difference between getting 58 seats and 60 seats. I get 58 and KCR gets 50. He's got Owaisi by his side. And he's got the ability to poach the other side.
Well, day before yesterday, after our exit polls, I was speaking to BRS leaders. They said the CM has given a figure of 75. And in the worst case scenario, they say 50, which means they still feel they are in the game. But yes, the Congress, jubilant after all the exit polls giving them a clear majority. But there is also that feeling of nervousness that agar by chance 58 aa gaya to kya karenge? Because then they are vulnerable. They are vulnerable.
No, but the thing is, in Telangana, the Congress doesn't need a mini wave to win. If the Congress is to win in Telangana, it needs an electoral tsunami. And I want to go back to the 2018 data. The BRS won 88 seats. Just look at the large swath of the map of Telangana and how green it is. The Congress only at 19, and a lot of those MLAs they lost in the post-election scenario. If I do a quick SWOT analysis, this is what I call the strength scan. I'm just introducing you to it. So when the data is coming in live, thick and fast, you have a sense of what the data is suggesting. The Congress has very few safe seats in Telangana. There are only 3 seats in Telangana, which the Congress has won in every election for the past 3 elections. There are 51 weak seats, seats which the Congress hasn't won in any election in the last 3 elections. Now, if you're wondering how have there been 3 elections in Telangana, because there have been only 2 in the creation of Telangana. Telangana is India's youngest state. The third that we're referring to here is in undivided Andhra Pradesh, when at that time the TRS and the Congress were in alliance. So even at that time when YSR was in power, there were 51 seats they haven't won, which essentially means that if the Congress wins Telangana in the way the India Today Access My India exit poll is suggesting, it would be a political tsunami. This is not a management or electioneering ka chunav, Rajdeep. If this is true, it would be quite historic. Because usually when the Congress gets elbowed out by a regional party, they find it very difficult to come back.
And you see, the numbers of make it even more difficult in some ways for the Congress, because they are writing off almost 20 seats of Hyderabad in and around Hyderabad, including Owaisi's stronghold of 6 to 7 seats. So you're actually fighting 99 seats. And out of 99, I need 60. So I need effectively a two-thirds. I've been saying this. Congress has the momentum. KCR has the math. So the tsunami also has to be, and the Congress believes it has one, is in South and Central Telangana, as our Axis exit poll showed. 49%, 51%. If I can win 50 out of the 60 there, that's what your strike rate needs to be. If I win 50 out of 60, I'm in the game. Why? Because in North Telangana, the BJP in some seats is also taking away anti-incumbency votes. That's what's worrying the Congress.
Revanth will have to do a Rinku Singh essentially today.
Revanth will have to be a good one. Revanth will have to do a Rinku Singh today. He has to take over South and Central Telangana to win this election.